Yeah, I'm taking my time.
Huh?
Y'all know y'all can see me. What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Lotus J, and we are live at the Vibe, High Vibe Media Marketing Group. I can't hear nothing.
Me either.
Okay, I'm good now. You don't hear nothing?
Mm-mm.
What's wrong with you?
I don't know.
Okay, well, I don't know what to do.
Come right here. Just unplug that and put it right here.
Go ahead, Lotus.
Okay.
Cause we can hear her.
All right, y'all. Y'all ready to roll?
Let's roll.
We good?
Ready?
All right, this your girl, Lotus J, and we live at the Vibe, High Vibe Media Marketing Group. This is our Tuesday night show, the BLAQUER THE BERRY. Y'all know what they say about them blackberries.
Yeah, I learned last week.
BLAQUER THE BERRY.
What did you learn?
Juice.
What's all this on your arm?
Deodorant. Oh,
We are live, you know.
I know.
Somebody
I just pointed it out.
Somebody cut it this week.
That's what we do. We kick it. That's how we roll.
That's right.
All right, y'all. So, let's talk about our weekend. We had a whole lot going on this weekend. So, yes. How do you not know? I did not get out the bed yesterday. I was so tired.
Oh,
She
well, I
showed
can't
me.
wait to hear what we did.
Oh my
I
God.
can't wait to hear what we did this weekend. 'Cause
Ain't
I
nobody
don't
had no
remember.
You didn't feel like that?
nothing.
Not really.
Oh my goodness. What you do this weekend, Solar? What's wrong with your face? Never mind, don't tell us.
Coffee. A coffee. Need some
Coffee too strong?
Need creamer.
Yeah.
You don't like black coffee?
Need
You don't
more
like it
creamer.
black?
I don't.
She made your coffee today.
You did?
Your coffee too strong?
Yeah, it's a little bit too
Oh,
strong.
all right.
What I do this weekend? I know I kicked it on Sunday.
What you do?
I went to Brick House.
What you do at
Kicked
Brick
it with my soul sister.
With your soul sister?
Took a couple of pictures. You know how that go.
All right. Anything else you want to tell us about the weekend?
Nah, that's
No.
it. That was the highlight of my weekend right
Okay.
there.
Well, that was a good way to end it anyway.
Right.
All right. What you do, G?
Not much.
You better think again. Because I know what you did this
I was
weekend.
waiting on you to find out what I did.
I saw a movie strip.
Friday.
Oh.
Yeah, we had a lot going on.
That wasn't Friday, was it?
I know, but we got to build
What
up.
happened Friday?
I don't know. Something.
What happened Friday?
I don't know.
Buffet.
Who we had this past Friday? Intense. Was it Intense?
Intense
No,
was
Intense was
Saturday.
Saturday. So we had
Authentic
Authentic
Sounds.
Sounds. Okay. So Authentic
yeah.
Sounds
They was killing
came. We had a good show. Cause my girl Drea, you know, that's one of my favorites. Drea Rando. Peace, love to the queen.
I know, she's awesome. I love her.
I love Drea. So that's what we did Friday. Then Saturday we had our black and white party, which was so live. I love it when people just really buy into the themes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did.
Because the whole club, well, not the whole club, but we had a lot of people that showed up, you know, with the black and white gear on.
I'll be glad when I get some pictures from the photographers.
Y'all
Good
look
luck
so
with that.
beautiful. From
Good
what I
luck with
did
that.
see, y'all look
Because
so
what
Did
we
we?
posted didn't come from them.
No, that's not our photographer pictures. Those is our cell phones and top.
Shot a commercial.
Shot a commercial
On
on the phones.
Hey,
I had
was
people hit me,
bootleg.
man, who made that for you? I said, me.
It was bootleg, but it
On
was
iPhone.
live, though.
it looked good to me. I was like, wow.
iPhone and a free app.
Y'all look
What's
like
the app?
Magistro.
Oh. So that was cool. That was kind of fun, though. I feel like I was looking like a first lady. But shout out to my girl, Jibby, who made my outfit and made Chrissy's outfit. She's really, really good. Y'all got to look her up. Look up Designer Diva Smith on Facebook, and y'all can get, you know.
She is good.
She is good. Why Daryl going to tell her, you need to make, I was like, gee, she made my outfit. This is a couple weeks ago. He going to say, well, you need to make all her clothes. I was like,
I didn't mean
dang.
it like that.
Dang.
I
Well,
didn't mean
how
it
did
like
you-
that.
Yeah.
Huh?
How
I
did
meant
you-
it in the nicest way.
Which, in other words, like, she'll be
Did she
looking
make
at
jeans?
good
Did she make jeans?
She need to make me some jeans too. My jeans be wet.
See? Now you see? I didn't even
My
say all
jeans be
that.
wet. I know you and your undertone though.
no.
Right.
I know, but I'm just
literally
asking for a friend.
What do you mean, like,
What
for a friend? Like,
Not you. No, I mean, okay, look. I'm asking for
Yes,
a
she
friend.
does though. She does.
Okay, cool.
She really does. She can
Yeah.
make anything.
with the pockets?
She cold.
I got a friend who needs some jeans.
You got a friend who needs some jeans,
Who?
and they need a maid.
Who? Who?
With no pockets on the back.
There's something else going on over here.
I need a friend.
There's something else going on.
My friend needs some chick jeans.
So what?
Never mind. That's before your time.
All right, y'all. So yeah, that was our Friday night black or white party. It was really live. I love theme parties. So what else we do? And then Sunday we did our first family reunion party. Next year y'all gonna have to do better because the concept was kind of dope. We need y'all to show up and show love. Mm-hmm. Like we are one big happy family. Oh, let me tell y'all
they were there. They just didn't have t-shirts.
Yeah, they came out. We had a good group, but people were not dressed with their shirts on. So maybe we just need to do a better job of marketing that. But anyway, what I do want to tell you is don't forget that Brick House Lounge in Arlington is a drop-off spot for water that we're collecting for the victims of the hurricane. So we're not sending the stuff down there. We are going to take it to some shelters here. And then once we get our volunteer team together, then we'll be collecting other items. But as of right now, any day that we're open, please come drop off a case or two or however many you want to of water. And that is Wednesday through Sunday from 5 until 10. All right, what we got going on this weekend? Daryl the G. Alexander. What do we have going on this weekend? You do know
What do you mean as far as what?
You can't never do no announcements. I got to do all the announcements.
That's not my section. See, I know my lane. My lane ain't announcements, so I don't try to jump in that lane.
But why do I have to do all the announcements?
Let her do them.
Well, it's really a part of your lane because y'all are in the
same.
same.
Brick House.
Say, check it out. I am providing theme music.
That's all you're going to do. And you're going to be petty.
And then I'm going to be petty.
And you're going to be petty.
One of y'all need to do the. I'm not doing the announcements. That's not my lane. So
I
don't know Brick House announcements.
She does. They call her. They don't call me. They call her.
Okay.
Why are we having an argument on the
We're
show?
not arguing. We just debating sort of loud.
Black style.
All right, so this is what we have going on. I'm going to do high vibe announcements. I feel like the church lady always giving all of this information all the time. And then don't nobody write it down no way. So why am I doing this?
I don't have to write it down.
Because you know?
I had the flyers made, so I sort of know. I'm just not going to do it.
You're just not going to tell it?
I'm just not going to do the announcement. That's all. I ain't being funny.
No, you're not. You're just being rebellious. Just not going to do what you don't want to do.
I just know my lane.
Okay, so Wednesdays on High Vibe Media, we have our sports rehab show with Jimmy and V, and they talking all things sports. So fantasy football and all that stuff is getting started again. So that's what we doing.
Y'all yelling
that show is
free Zeke.
Huh?
Did Zeke get free yet?
No, 6-game suspension.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Are you serious?
It was either gonna be 6 or 0. It was either gonna be 6 or 0.
This is the Blacker the Berry, not sports
Flip
rehab.
your headphones around.
You do not interrupt Lotus when she's giving announcements about Brick House or High Vibe or anything else on the
Can I
Blacker
tie it
the Berry.
in? We're doing a watch party Sunday. Can I tie it in?
No.
Okay.
Wait till she get finished.
I'm sorry.
All right, so tomorrow's show on High Vibe is sports rehab. Did I do all right with the setup? Don't touch nothing. I know I did right. No, he did. Did Jay do that?
Lotus did it twice.
Thank you.
I couldn't believe it either.
I produced it. Why y'all got such little faith in me?
No, because you
really
haven't been able to do it by yourself.
I did it this time.
Yeah.
Yes, all of it.
Okay.
She left the SOPs like under the keyboard.
I left what?
The SOPs, standard operating procedures.
Is this supposed to
She said I left what? She said I left what?
All right. So Wednesday, 8:30 until 10 is sports rehab. For all of you sports addict, you will not get rehabilitated. You will just get your addiction fixed. That's all I can tell you about sports rehab. What's the topic tomorrow, B?
Zeke,
Elliott, NFL. It's going to be all day NFL topic.
That's pretty much what y'all... Oh, no, y'all usually do cover other stuff. So it's all NFL tomorrow?
It's all NFL. We get ready for the season.
Okay. So that's what's going on tomorrow on High Vibe. And Thursday, we have a man's point of view. Ooh, this topic going to be really, really, really interesting. So this topic is the 80-20 rule. Are you willing to give up your 80% for this 20% over here?
I can't wait.
I can't either.
Because a lot of people get confused.
How?
I'm confused.
They don't, like, sometimes you don't know you going after the 20.
What you mean? You know that this chick don't have all of the characteristics that this chick has. How? What do you mean?
What I mean is,
You got somebody, okay.
what I mean is, you may not know, like, just let's just say you in a relationship and you know it's something missing.
Okay.
You don't. It could be like this one thing that's really big to you,
Yeah.
but it's only 20% of the
whole
relationship, but it's huge
Yeah.
to you,
Yeah.
even though in the grand scheme of things it's not that big. So you don't know the 80-20 rule. You can't. You know what I'm saying? You just
Yeah.
saying, I want black eyed peas on Sundays and I can't get.
And she ain't making them black eyed peas on Sunday.
She might be making black eyed peas.
But she
I
making-
love
So
black
you
eyed
gonna
peas.
go? You gonna go over there and creep for them black eyed peas?
Black eyed peas.
But
I'm
you
just
know what?
saying,
I'm gonna tell you something. You gonna get sick of eating them black eyed peas, and you
That's
gonna want to
when
go home.
That's when you gonna realize
You gonna want to go home, and she
That's
got
my
the
point.
greens, the dressing, the yams.
Nah, she gonna have the other
mac and
stuff.
cheese.
She gonna have the bills, taking care of the kids. She gonna have the 80.
But I'm saying she got the rest of the meal. She missing
Oh, I
that
know what
one
you're
little
saying.
yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but right, she holding it down in all these other areas.
But I'm saying that's when you realize, though, after a while, maybe that
Like, dang,
that's
I
only
messed
the
up.
20. That's only the 20.
And I done gave up 80%.
Yeah,
I was good.
She don't bathe regularly.
Oh my goodness! I hope you find that out before you give up 80.
Just saying, if 20 is over there, you don't really know what 20 is bathing every night.
Because when she come to you, she looking good.
She clean when I
She
smell her.
fresh. Now you have to
Smell
find
good. I
out.
mean, I don't know if the cracks is good, but on the surface.
You too much.
All the time.
But that's what we're gonna get into Thursday.
So that's Thursday's show. That's going to be very interesting. That will be live at Brick House Lounge, 9 o'clock. Do we have Aaron on?
Yes, he's doing
Okay.
a show.
So this Thursday we have Bring It to the Mic, which is soul and poetry.
No, I don't think it's Bring It to the Mic this week.
Okay.
You know he rotates.
Okay.
But,
You want to tell us what this week?
It's something.
Some type of creative arts at 7 o'clock. And then at
Where's
9
that
o'clock.
flyer? He sent me a flyer. What I do with that flyer?
At 9 o'clock, we have a man's point of view, and we talk about the 80-20 rule, which I can't wait to talk about that. I'm going to try not to talk
What old
about
boy
it.
say on that movie, the 2080 rule?
What movie?
On Why Did I Get Married?
I don't know that. What was that line? What is that 2080? That's what he said.
Yeah.
He was willing to.
She corrected him. It was after they broke up. though.
Oh,
She said, "You mean the 80-20 rule?"
he was just slow.
Unplugged this Thursday, spoken word and music,
That's how.
featuring. Oh, the cover went down $5.
That's how.
Lance
People from
Church
Texas
Boy
talk.
Davis.
This Thursday.
This Thursday,
Don't be trying to say it right.
we
know
say
it.
thirsty.
I never
Thursday.
noticed
This
Like, we
my mama
thirsty.
used to say Thursday, Monday. I was like, it's an A in there. Monday. It's not Monday. It's Monday.
Well, we can all criticize each other on some things, just for the record.
You try to throw us
No,
love.
I'm just saying.
Come on. I ain't scared of you.
I wait.
She ain't scared.
I wait
I
till
ain't
she
scared.
deep. I wait till she deep in a topic.
And then correct
And
me.
say-
Don't throw me off when I'm bringing some
Interrupt
knowledge.
her.
I say,
Yeah.
did you just?
Not when I'm dropping knowledge. Don't do that. Wait until I ain't got nothing going on.
She just said, "Don't do that."
I said what?
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
All right, come on. We holding up the show. We started on time today, and we already behind.
Okay.
Because
So
of you.
that's Thursday, the man's point of view. And then we have our weekend lineup. Happy hour on Friday. Then music and dancing.
That throwback
Paul-
is that
we have
throwback
Paul
Friday
Cannon.
is a beast, boy. I'm
Yeah,
telling you.
Retro Friday is off the
Yeah,
chain.
it's nice.
Paul Cannon is there this Friday. Saturday we have Ions. And y'all just gotta come hang out.
Oh, that's gonna
Sunday.
be nice this weekend.
Since the players didn't decide to stick up for
I'm
Kaepernick,
not. Okay, you announced that.
that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Since the players didn't stick up for Kaepernick, we can't protest. We opening the doors for the
Kid-
watch party. The watch party Sunday
Kid
night.
want to know what time is the watch party.
Game starts at 7. Bad. It'll start about 7:30.
Marcus, kid, ain't you gonna be somewhere singing?
That's all right. I'm gonna be out there protesting.
7:30, and the doors open at 5.
on Sunday.
Swing out lessons start at 5, so Y'all want to learn? You better come an hour early this
Sunday?
week.
This Sunday. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna be out there protesting with my son
You'll be at Brick House protest.
Yeah.
Make sure you buy something.
outside.
And then
Come in and buy something though.
And then, of course, on Saturday we have Chicago Step Lessons with Gino.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's what's going on at the
Steph
house.
will be in there kind of smooth.
That's what's going on with High Vibe Media. Y'all ready to roll? Where my theme music at?
Oh wait. All right.
Let's
You
go.
ready? Got something for you.
Let me try to get something real quick.
Like the head, here it go.
Like the here go. I'm ready. Bring it. Bring the noise. Never batter than bad, cause a brother is madder than mad at the fact we're corrupt like a senator.
It ain't that. Today.
So on a roll, but you treat us like soap on a rope, cause our beats and our rhymes are so dope.
It ain't that. I got you a long way from that. I'm trying to calm you down a little bit today.
All right, come on, let's go.
All right, here we go.
That's new. Huh?
That ain't nothing new.
It ain't no rap.
No, it's not real.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm used to him. I ain't saying a new song.
Oh.
I'm just used to him.
Playing
I
rap.
gotta calm you down today.
That's OJ's family reunion.
You had a rough day today. She made a post today and she was going toe to toe.
Yes, I did.
I'm trying to calm her.
Yes, I did.
Trying to tame the beast
Yes,
right
I
now.
did. But I was nice though. You didn't read it. Wait till you read it. It's very entertaining.
Very.
Okay.
But I think I handled that. Don't you think I handled that pretty good?
I think you did.
Honestly, tell
And
me
I
the
was
truth.
reading your post saying, I know her veins about to pop out her head.
I think I did good though.
Hopefully the young lady's watching tonight and we can clear some of this up.
Yes.
I feel like doing this.
They went how what's his name do?
Who?
Vic.
The old man there.
Yes. That's how he
Jingling that change in his pocket.
All right. Oh, did y'all see it? Because I put it down.
No, we
I
didn't
see
see
it.
it.
Okay, this is the quote. Success is to be measured not so much by the position that one has reached in life as by the obstacles which he has overcome while trying to succeed. I love that quote.
Wow, that's a basic
It's so
quote.
profound.
It ain't got no like.
Tell me who it is. Why you trying to?
No, I'm saying it don't have.
Ain't no spice.
It ain't no soul in it.
So who is it?
That's something you can write on any board anywhere.
Who wrote it?
That's my point.
Who wrote it?
Oh, he's saying like anybody. could.
Okay, well,
That's
anybody
my
did it.
point.
Who did?
Say it again. Read it one more.
That's how people say it when they really don't know.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Look,
I don't know. Can you read it again?
Success is to be measured not so much by the position that one has reached in life as by the obstacles which he has or she, but that ain't what it say, has overcome while trying to succeed.
I got it. Go ahead, Solo.
I don't have it. I don't know.
I got it.
I can't even take a wild guess.
Who you got, G?
Oprah.
Everything you always say, Oprah. That is your answer every week.
It's either
Malcolm
Oprah
X,
or
Martin Luther
Barack
King.
Obama.
No,
Right.
Martin Luther King, Oprah, Malcolm X.
You know what that say to me? This nigga don't think nobody black had nothing smart to say.
All those three are black.
But them the only ones you say. Oprah, every week is Oprah. This your first guess. Especially for me. Oprah. Martin Luther King. And if it's militant, then you think it's Malcolm X.
Malcolm X.
Or sometimes you throw Barack Obama in there.
Not
that
me,
might
nah.
be Vincent.
No, that ain't me. I don't say
That's
Barack.
Vincent.
Barack.
Okay, so you're not guessing?
I have no idea.
What you
I think I said that.
you
You
said what?
Barack.
You
Yeah,
said this
that's-
quote. This you.
Man, please, you ain't got no quotes. You ain't got.
Yes, he do. He can write.
They ain't read worthy.
Well, yes, he can write poetry. I don't know about no quotes, but he do have a lot to
If
You
say.
he
can write poetry.
If he can write
He's
poetry,
really good.
He
You
can
write
do
poetry,
some
V?
quotes.
Oh man, I mean you got a soft heart.
He does.
I could write a rap.
That make you hard.
Right.
No, I
That
don't
make
have
you
no
hard.
poetry in my heart.
You got a hard
Roses
heart.
are red.
No, you ain't got none. I don't even want you to try.
Violence are sometimes blue.
No, I don't want you to try. You not no. It ain't gonna be.
Some roses are red.
With plenty thorns.
Some are white.
With plenty thorns. Coming from
And
over
they will
here.
stick you if you don't grab them right.
Is it James Baldwin?
No.
Did you try to Google it?
No.
This is Booker T. Washington.
I was just about to
No,
say
you
that.
every week. This
I was
is the
just
same
about to say
thing.
Booker T.
Booker T said that.
And let me tell you why I picked this one. Because I was talking to my homie back there, as I'm pointing you out. And he said something like that to me when we were talking. He was talking about success and not just giving up on your path. That's what success is.
Oh,
So,
right on. Yeah.
Yep. So I appreciated that. That's why I picked that one. All right.
Dang, we need to get studied. Where my music
You ready?
at?
I got you.
Ooh, she snapped at you like, where my music at?
That means go.
See, we here.
I knew that was coming.
Howdy,
Put your mic over to you.
Who that calling my name? Hello, Uncle Remus. Here's to me that you was in a powerful bad mood to go to the party.
This
I
don't
ain't
sound
going
like
to
a
no
song.
party. I ain't going
Did you hear him singing?
Well, okay, let me
to
see.
this old place. You mean you?
I'm not good with movies.
Here you go. You want to hear him sing? Okay.
I'm not good with movies. That's from a movie, ain't it?
Yeah.
From the 20s.
I think it's Gone with the Wind.
It's like Popeye type, like from Popeye
What
era.
is that blue?
There wasn't no black folks on Popeye.
What is this?
Everything is satisfaction.
What is it?
Wonderful feeling.
Y'all don't know black history like I thought y'all did.
Whatever. You didn't even know Booker T. Washington quote.
Did Booker T know my quote?
Nah, Booker T. don't know you. He ain't never heard of you. What was that?
Okay, so
That was Uncle Remus.
this month, yeah, I didn't know who that was either. That was way.
Do you know who Uncle Remus
Look,
is?
that was way before my time.
That's classic black history.
Okay, well, this month is Sickle Cell Awareness Month, and in the spirit of Sickle Cell Awareness Month, I was thinking, I wonder who was the first person to have sickle cell. I know it's a crazy thought, but I just thought of it. So I Googled it. I asked Google who was the first person. And the first person to have sickle cell, his name was Walter Clement Noel.
Who gave it to him?
No one gave
You
it to
can't.
him. It's
They were shooting people up back in the day. So
No,
that's
it's
a
a-
legitimate question. Who shot you up? Who
It's
gave
a-
you sickle cell?
an inherited disease.
So how was he first?
Well,
Was he the Adam?
That's the first.
He was the
recording.
first.
You be so
First to be
hard.
Let's just
on
say he was the
stuff,
first
dude.
person to be diagnosed.
So a
with
lot
the
of people
sickle
had
cell.
it, but they just right.
It's possible, but he was the first person to be diagnosed. He was from the Caribbean islands. His family was really wealthy. He was very smart and intelligent. He went to school in New York, and he went to school in Chicago to be like a dentist or some type of dental something. But anyway, he was the first person to be diagnosed. There was a guy, his name is Ernest Irons, who actually kind of kept up with his health and really like took really good detailed notes of his condition. This was before they even knew what it was. They just documented.
Right.
However, he was working up under James Bryan Herrick, so he published an article, and he was the one that got credit for well, they still haven't fully diagnosed it as sickle cell, but he had published what his cells looked like, how they were like sickle shaped, and what was some of his what is the word I'm looking for? Like some of his ailments that he experienced while having the sickness. But Ernest Iron actually was the one who actually did all the diagnosis. I mean, did all the
So people had it before him. They just didn't know what it was.
Yeah,
they named it.
Yeah, they didn't know what it was, but he was the first known case of a person who had
Wow.
sickle cell. He died at like age 31, but his family, he was a black man, of course, but his family was really wealthy. They owned, what did they own? They just owned land. They were wealthy landowners. So yeah, he was the first person.
Question. So I bet if you Google how many people or have people been injected with sickle cell, I guarantee you something pops up.
I
I don't even know that, but I guarantee you it pops up.
I don't know. I have to do that Probably.
I would be interested in knowing that.
Think about it.
But it's
just
not,
like
it's not
they
that
used to
kind
shoot
of
people up with
disease.
gonorrhea and syphilis and everything back then.
But
It
sickle
ain't no-
cell is a different kind of disease. It has to do with genetics.
But I'm saying, okay, it has to do with genetics. But I guarantee you, if they can test it, they can put it in a vial and shoot it.
I don't think so because it's
Ask Google. You're always talking to Google. Ask Google later on.
I will ask Google, but your red blood cells doesn't make enough hemoglobin or something like that. So it's a genetic disease.
Most of the time,
I ain't say it wasn't.
You get sickle cell when your mother and father both carry the trait. Like they don't necessarily have sickle cell, but he may have it, she may have the trait.
Yeah,
right.
if they both have the traits, then your child will definitely have the disease.
2 cousins. Yep.
Yeah, it's serious.
Yeah,
it's primarily a black
I guarantee.
disease,
I can't wait.
too.
I can't
really
wait till you come back and tell us if
that's interesting.
It is primarily a black disease, but in reading about it, it seemed like they named like some of the areas that most people get it, and it's usually from the Caribbean islands and Greece. So they named some European areas, but I don't know why those areas are prone or why those people in those areas have sickle cell. But they did name some European areas because we were taught that sickle cell was primarily like a black disease.
Yeah.
That people have, like malaria is a black disease. But people out there, they say that it's best to go ahead and get checked early for sickle cell. I know my children. Both of my younger children, they have the sickle cell trait. Yeah, they have the trait. So if your children have the trait, you need to, talk to them about it. And
they need to know the medical history when they get ready.
They need to know whoever they. Yeah,
that's right.
Exactly.
Because if they carry the trait too, then it's very likely that their children will have it.
And it's an excruciating condition.
It is
to have. So, yeah, that's all I got.
All right, come on, Petty Wap, what you got?
All right. I got some music that's appropriate for this show. This music wasn't designed for this topic, but it fits it.
His music is going to be better than ours.
It better be. I made it.
All agreed tonight, all of the speakers have agreed that America has a very serious problem. Not only does America have a very serious problem, but
I feel like doing this.
We'll do it.
America's problem is self-destruction.
I'm going to try not to rap it.
We'll try not to rap it.
You got to do this, though.
Your boy KRS is first up.
I know. You don't want to go.
I know you're fiending. Here he comes.
You gotta go ahead.
Come on, Lola.
Go ahead. Go.
Well, today's topic
I'm
Oh, so we talking about this black business, supporting black business. So my pettiness is going to be...
You're going to lead right into it too, ain't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to lead into it.
Okay.
I got some pettiness for black business owners because we are trifling sometimes.
Yes, we are. Sometimes.
And
we need to do better.
Consumers as well.
Go ahead.
First one goes out to the consumers. And I'm going to say black consumers because
that's what we do.
I ain't really had no other race to do this. So I got to say it. If you in a restaurant or club, don't make them get you a whole nother drink because somebody picked up your melted ice. Don't do that. It happens all the time.
What?
Like, it might be a drink with like that much liquid melted ice, and if it's gone when they if they go to the dance floor, if it's gone, they go say, "Hey,
that's so whack to me."
I had a double shot of.
That's so whack.
I had a double shot of Johnny Walker Red.
That's so whack to me.
So
that's so trifling.
And we have to replace those drinks. So don't do that. And people do it. Not all people do it, but a lot of people do it. And don't steal the salt and pepper shakers. And don't steal the Lysol and stuff out of the restroom.
People do that?
Because and the clips for the the upside down drinks. We buy clips that hold the drink. And most of them never come back. So
wait, most of what don't never come back?
The clips, when you do the upside down drinks, you put it in the
clip.
Yeah. That clips on the side of the glass. Yeah.
And what happened to all of our little centerpieces?
I don't know about that.
You know what? Y'all gonna have to start making people come in the club with clear bags.
That is crazy.
Now, I don't know about centerpieces, but that other stuff, it happens. It ain't no made up. Trust me, it happens.
See,
well, the centerpieces is going somewhere, but that's another.
Now,
topic.
now it's time for me to get on the black business owners.
Okay.
Okay, black business owner.
Give us some napkins when we order chicken, please.
A lot, not just
give
two.
us. No, just give me one. I'll be happy if I just get one. So if I go and buy some chicken, just give me a napkin. Give me one, because I might want to eat while I'm riding down the street. So
Right?
just give me 1 or 2 napkins with chicken. It's a must. It's greasy.
Yeah.
And train your employees to just speak. And this happens like, I don't know if it's just us thing, customer service thing, but even at Walmart, I have to say, do they let y'all speak to your customers? Because you come to the register and they'll just say,
Don't even acknowledge you.
bloop.
I cannot stand that.
Like,
I
hey,
make people talk to me.
how you doing? Do they? And I ask a lot of times. My first line is, do they allow y'all to speak? Do they tell y'all don't speak to the customers? Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Hi. But so it ain't just black-owned businesses when it comes to customer service.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
people, address it as it's just the black-owned business. But Walmart ain't a black-owned business, and
No,
I get
it's
some of
not.
the worst customer service in the history.
But who
of
are
my
the people
life.
that you're encountering
What do you mean?
at Walmart?
Just people.
Just everybody, a little bit of everybody.
Just people.
Okay. Okay. That was one of my.
I gotta lead into the
Come on.
discussion. Here it is.
Come on.
I'll play a portion of it. This guy is a black-owned business owner.
Oh, like to hear it.
Like to hear go.
Family, don't be shocked by the title. But man, I am tired, man. I'm tired. Look, guys, I know y'all. I know somebody gonna come on here, and I know y'all gonna preach. But guys, man, it's tough. It is tough. It's tough. Oh my God, it's so tough. It's tough being a black-owned business owner, dealing with us, man, just black folks. And I ain't talking about all the downtrodden bad stuff. It's just tough, man. It's tough running a business. It's tough even being successful. You know how many black-owned businesses, like, we just don't support each other? Like, one thing goes wrong, and you run to Yelp and tell everybody, this is why I don't support black business.
Tell it.
Man, I just get beaten up, man. I just get beaten up, and we just get so, like, if something goes wrong with a caterer, right? If you have a black caterer or a black photographer or a black, I'm using myself an example.
They running around being Teletubbies.
If something goes wrong with a black caterer, you know what we say? We always say, this is why I don't support black business. But if you use the Jewish caterer or a Spanish caterer or a white caterer or any other ethnicity caterer, you never say, this is why I don't use white caterers. You just get another caterer. We regulate all black businesses off the business that we have from the experience of one black business. But guys, that's not all the businesses out there. You can't judge me because you had a bad experience with somebody at the DMV. That has nothing to do with my business. Now, as a culture and as a people, it's tough because I don't really think that,
Good comments.
guys, I have made tremendous mistakes. A lot of mistakes. A lot of stuff I knew was wrong. But God, I'm doing something. I didn't go to business school. And common sense is common. But God, a lot of us we're just starting out. We need mentorship. We need help. And even the people, some things that look, guys, business owners, we talk about this, and somebody's going to get on here. Somebody's going to be the Facebook philosopher or the social media philosopher.
Who is that?
And then they'll give me some long
That's a movie.
paragraph.
Now he's in his car.
Either it's going to be I'm saying what is right and what is wrong. But guys, we always talk about
That's real though.
black people, like, we just don't. Why do we have to struggle with each other? What is the crab in the barrel mentality?
The crab in the barrel mentality.
All right. So the topic for tonight is, well, I said, why are we so hard on black-owned businesses? G wanted to name it. What's your title?
We need to talk about both.
But what did you call it though? Black-owned business versus
I don't want to say versus, but it is sort of versus.
Okay.
Or black-owned businesses and
The
black consumer.
The consumer.
Right.
So we posted some questions out there because that's what we like to do to get conversation going and get people kind of engaged in the topics that we're discussing. So yeah, sidebar, look forward to the 80-20 because we're going all in that tomorrow, getting ready for Man's Point of View on Thursday. So that should be good. But anyway, so today we posted some questions out there. What was the question you put, G?
I did, well, mine was basically an observation of businesses who don't support us. Well, I won't say support us. There are businesses who will not hire any blacks, and yet we are 60-70% strong in those businesses. Like, we'll break down the door to get in there even though it's apparent, and haven't for years. And I know like people who have applied to these businesses and they just won't. You just can't get hired because you black.
You think?
But we in there like, here you go, and it ain't no perfect. There are no perfect businesses. Stuff is gonna happen
everywhere you go.
So,
but we gonna really go in on that one. Okay. Then we gonna end with that. So let's go back to the one I did. So we were talking. I just wanted to know, what are some of the challenges that people have with doing business with black-owned businesses, because I too, like the video he just played, get really tired of hearing people say that's why I don't do business with black folks. And we do this topic periodically because it's very important to us, because we so support black-owned businesses. Like, that is what we are about. Mm-hmm. So with all of that being said, that was my question. I would say the majority of the responses that I got, it was like 100, but and 50 of them was a little debate, but we don't go into that. But anyway, the majority of the responses that I have when they asked about the challenges were customer service related.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So, and I personally agree with that, because now here's the thing.
I do too.
But do you think that that's a black-owned business thing? Do you think it's worse with us than it is with other?
No,
it feels like it.
Well,
you think so?
It feels like it because, like I went to a restaurant. I'm not gonna say the name of the restaurant. Their food is really good, but I was asking her questions because I don't eat pork, so I'm like, okay, so this is like everything I asked for. They didn't
was it black owned?
It was black owned.
Okay.
They didn't have a salmon croquette, and so I was just like, okay, well. So I'm asking her questions, and she just got an attitude. Like, you can, like, it wasn't like, but you can tell.
She didn't want to be bothered.
You can feel it, I guess, because I was asking too many questions. Mm-hmm. But if I go to a white-owned establishment, like I went to a fish place, like, this summer, and I was asking a girl behind the counter a whole bunch of questions. And I even asked her, is this a black-owned restaurant? I was asking her a whole bunch of questions, but I didn't get, they answered my questions, didn't have a problem. But it's like that all the time.
But do you think that that's a black-white thing, or do you think that that's just those two individuals that you dealt with?
I just feel like, and the girl at the white restaurant, she was a black girl. So I think black people act differently, you know what I'm saying, or either around white folks, or if they, you know what I'm saying, because they always trying to please. Like,
I think it's a management issue.
You think so?
I think a lot of times it's if your manager, the manager sort of sets the tone. Like, cause the worst customer service I get is usually at Walmart, and they ain't no black-owned business. So I just think it's management. The management is gonna
set the tone for the way the flow of the establishment.
If you get complaints on this certain individual in your business, you got to deal with it. If you know it's a bad apple or somebody who's rude to customers, you got to deal with that. And if you don't, she can cause the others to, it can change the whole culture if the manager doesn't,
address it.
You got to address it.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
A lot of times it's people. A lot of times it is the management of the business. And just like I said, it's at Walmart most of the time for me, or Sonic, or you know what I mean. So it ain't you can't say it's the black-owned business because you get it everywhere.
So it just so happens that a lot of black-owned businesses probably have poor management. Because there's a food chain restaurant.
I ain't saying that.
They have superb customer service. It's white-owned, but the people that work there, I mean, man,
it's
they go far and
okay
beyond.
if you want to use names
like because I'm talking about Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. Okay.
Like everybody know that you go to Chick-fil-A.
They're very friendly.
Yeah, they saying everything with a smile. You know, one little guy came out. It was raining with his umbrella. You know, trying to like walk you to the, walk you from your car.
It's a lot.
Those little extra things.
Yeah.
But it's a lot that goes into that. And here's why I say that. A lot of those businesses you name it are corporate businesses. They can either afford to offer a higher wage with benefits to attract a better type of employee. Whereas the business that I'm in, I have good employees, don't get me wrong, but it's usually, I can't afford to have insurance for employees. So I'm not going to attract a certain employee. You know what I mean?
Someone who has to have, or who are not going to work.
A lot of times I get people who, hey, I need a job. Like right now, I got some bills due. Nobody comes to a club saying I went to college to be a server or bar. You know what I mean? It's money to be made. Don't get me wrong, but nobody like says I got a degree. I mean, that's just honest to God truth. So
yeah, because I may be at the door. Can I? But I just think that, look, when as a consumer,
but I'm not gonna hire. I don't want anybody who has a bad attitude dealing with my customers. I gotta take a stand because that's a reflection on me.
As a consumer, whenever I go in any establishment, I smile, I speak, because I'm trying to lighten the mood. I'm trying to pull something out of you. Whatever it is, I'm trying to brighten your day because I know a smile goes a long way. So as a consumer, I do that, especially if I'm in a black establishment. You know what I'm saying? I feel more comfortable. Like, we can really relate. Hey, girl, how you doing? Da-da-da. You know what I mean? Like, I'm extra friendly. I don't understand why that's not reciprocated.
But see, this is my challenge. My challenge is I want to get to the bottom. Like, maybe there needs to be some type of a poll or something, because I think whenever there's an issue at any establishment, if it's black owned, we equate it to the fact that it's black owned. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right.
Instead of it just being an issue with the establishment, it's like it's a black owned
It could
business.
be an issue with a particular person.
Exactly. That has nothing to do with the establishment. It does have something to do with it because they work for the establishment, so therefore they need to represent the establishment properly. However, I just think that we, as a society, look for the negative when it comes to black-owned businesses.
I sort of agree. Not everybody, but I do know a lot of people who create that atmosphere when they go into a black business. It's like when they go to other businesses, they go to a Chinese restaurant or a Mexican restaurant, their demeanor, they totally change. It's like they're on their best P's and Q's.
Yeah.
And if they get bad service, they won't say anything. If they get something in their food or drink, it's okay. But if it happens in a black business, it's like,
it's a black.
Oh, this is why. I don't. But when they go to, and I see it and I witnessed it, so I ain't just making this up. It's like when not everybody, of course, but it's like when a lot of black consumers go to a black business, they have unreasonable demands. Things that they would never say in another business, they'll say in a black, things that they would never do in another business, they'll do it in a black. And I think it's part of like when you feel like you're so comfortable, you're like, oh well, I can do this and I can do, because I've gotten some outrageous requests like, really, you want me to do that because this happened? But yet if you were in another business, it would be like, oh, don't worry about it, it's all good, it's fine. You know what I'm saying? It's some people going to ask for discounts and refunds in black business. If they go in another one, no matter what happens to them, they'll never say, can I get a refund? Or never
just
complain.
Stuff that they did. Okay, so this is kind of leaning more towards the consumer. Because I
got some stuff for the business too. Yeah, we're gonna address it all.
Okay, so
I'm gonna even address me because I know we ain't perfect, but go ahead.
That's right, because Lotus is perfect.
No, she is not. Woo, Lotus be working on her. Okay, so what do you think? Let's just take our minds out of the mindset of being the business owner. What do you think are the top 5 issues with black-owned businesses? Like literally black-owned, not like we saying it is an issue, but this is really the problem. What would you say your top 5 are?
I don't know. I know customer service is definitely at the top of the list. Everything else to me seems like just typical business stuff. Like,
it's not really related to.
Yeah, like if you don't have certain things, or you know, like it happens. I think if you have like superb customer service,
you can get away with almost anything if you have great customer service.
So I can't even think of a top 5.
Okay, what you got, G?
Customer service, pricing.
Pricing is high.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of people say pricing is high, and the reason is, like I was trying to explain to somebody earlier.
On your post.
Yeah, it's if you got Sonic versus Brick House.
It's a million Sonics.
Sonic's got a million businesses. Right. They can get a pound of chicken. I'm just using it. They can get a pound of chicken for $1. Brick House got to pay $6. So in order for Brick House to make money, our prices may be a little higher. And that is real. You can ask Walmart about that. They can, they got a zillion stores, so they can get stuff, pennies on a dollar. And if you just got one business, you can't. They won't give you that.
So you got.
I got customer service, pricing, product availability.
Okay.
Like people talk about. You
ain't got this, you ain't got that, you ain't got this. Why is it on the menu if you ain't got it?
But all businesses, that happens to all businesses.
Right.
Like sometimes we'll order stuff and it don't come on a truck. You order certain wines or chicken wings or whatever, and the truck shows up and it's just not on the truck. Somebody messed up the order, or the supplier is out. Yeah. But people look at it like, it's black on business. That's why.
Right.
But all businesses,
y'all need to get y'all stuff together.
Yeah.
And then a lot of the other businesses, they have. If you got several stores, if you ain't got it, you can just call this other store and say, "Hey, bring us." So you can get it. But people look at that as if you got a black on business, and
that's 3.
That's you.
Product availability. You got 2.
I would say just the education or training to even be in business. A lot of us, like I have a degree in an associate's in management, so I've got some sort of formal training. Right. A lot of us are just on the fly. We're trying to start a business. Couldn't afford to go to college and get a degree, but we're trying to start a business. So a lot of stuff we don't know when it comes to, whatever cost, profit and loss, marketing. So you can't. That's why a lot of times I can't knock somebody for not knowing if they're trying, because we don't have the same.
We don't have access to the same information
so
all the time.
You gotta, I got an unconditional love. I don't struggle with it. If this one don't do it for me, I'll just go to the next one. And for example, I hope she don't mind me using her name, but Linda Henderson, she owns Henderson Chicken. Linda Henderson. I know her personally. I know what kind of person she is. I know she's about customer service, but she gives people second chances. Like you may have been locked up or you got some issues. She will still hire you, trying to help you out. But that person may not have the best customer service skills, but it could make the business look bad a lot. And I know that's not that's not a reflection on her. No. Right. But she's doing her part in the community, like these second chance opportunities she's giving to people, and they make sometimes the business owner look bad. So
I want to add to mine, because I thought of one while you were talking, is professionalism, like the level of professionalism in the business, like because I know you said, like I did say,
and I go through that weekly.
Business, we're more relatable, but there's still a level of professionalism that's presented, right?
Right.
So just because I'm black and you black and we can kind of relate, you still have to treat me with the same level of respect and professionalism, vice versa. It goes both ways. So professionalism is definitely one.
That's that's a good
I
one.
agree.
I got one.
Come on, what you got?
I got one, and I support black businesses, love to do business with black businesses, but I can't stand, and it irks me to no end, when you have a black-owned business and it says they open at 11,
Right.
and they don't open till 11:30.
That was
on the list
Yeah, we
too.
had a lot of people that said that. Go ahead.
I can't stand the fact that we just can't seem to get it together on time sometimes.
Right.
So that one gets me.
What
Yes,
else?
that
You got
happens-
anything
that happens
else
a
you want
lot.
to add to the list?
Well, you know, I think the most important one is already been named, which is the customer service side. And customer service, that's a general term because it relates to how fast am I getting my food? Are you speaking to me when I come through the line? That's a general and broad term, but it all kind of rolls up into the experience that I'm having when I'm at your establishment.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of times I just have to tell servers, hey, you got to smile. People can see, they can feel your, you got to smile. Even
They
if
can feel your what?
energy.
Hey.
Don't make her happy. I was going to say mood, but if I didn't say energy, I know she'd be texting me.
Because you know what it is.
Yeah, you got to like, you got to, they got to know that that's important to you as the owner. That customer service is important to me. And if I keep getting complaints on you, you can't work here.
And a smile will disarm somebody too.
Yes.
Because when you're smiling at me, it's hard for me to stay mad at you. And so a lot of people just don't realize that. So
Yeah, you got to be apologetic, even when it comes to security. I tell security, I said, man, you got to be the nicest. You really got to be the nicest person in the club because people get defensive when it comes to security. I'm like, you just got to be the nicest until it's time not to be. You know, until it's time to
Handle your business.
yeah throw somebody out for being
Till it's time to do the jazzy.
yeah.
I think that, okay, so everybody know I'm about as pro-black as they come. That's just what that is. However, in the spirit of honesty and righteousness, I do believe customer service is the biggest issue in black-owned businesses. And I do think it's a black thing. I do. And
You mean a black person thing or a black business thing?
I think
Black
that
people.
we have more of an edge on us when we're dealing with other people.
I agree.
And for whatever reason. Like, I do think that life has presented us a lot of challenges that other people don't have to. And sometimes that comes across in other areas of life. It could come through in interacting with your children, you as a consumer, or when you on your job. But at the end of the day, none of that matters when you're doing your job. It just does not matter. You have a responsibility to do. And part of that responsibility is you appreciate that customer, because that customer, if you look, this is how I always feel, and this is what I tell people. If you look at everybody that walks through that door as that individual is responsible for helping me pay my bills, I'll treat them a little better.
Right.
And that is the truth. Because if, let's just use Brick House as an example. If we deplete all of our customers because we got nasty attitudes, ain't nobody gonna have no job.
Right.
So we need to make sure that, and they can go to a million different places in the Metroplex. They chose to come to Brick House. So I choose to let them feel like I so appreciate the fact that you wanted to come here. Because you could have went across the parkway. You could have went to the club in Dallas or Fort Worth or wherever else next door to us, down the street. It doesn't matter. The point that you decided to come here, I feel a personal responsibility to let you know that I appreciate the fact that you decided to come here to spend your time and your money. And I think that that is the biggest issue when it comes to doing business with black folks. Because at the end of the day, that's the most important thing to me. You can darn near get a pass. Like if I go to a restaurant and the food is not as tasty, or the prices are higher than what I normally pay, but your customer service is off the chain, I'm going to come back. And I'm going to tell people. Because it may have been you just had a bad day, or it was off a little bit, you got somebody different in the kitchen, whatever the case may be. But the fact that you wanted me to have a good experience in your four walls means I'm going to come back because I want you to know that I appreciate your hospitality.
Right.
Just like if you come to where I am, I appreciate you coming to me. So as a consumer, I want you to know I appreciate the fact that this establishment, you appreciate me as a customer. So I appreciate you as a business owner. And I think it's a give and take relationship.
Oh, it is.
But we consumers want to take, and businesses want to take. If we look at relationships on a whole, as we in this together, you got something I want because I want to have a good time. And I got something you want because you want me to spend your money with you.
Right.
So how about we both make sure that we both get what we want out of this relationship?
Right. I mean, I sort of take pride in, like, the irate customer. That's the one I want. The customer that's just really, I'm like, okay, you know, now let me I'm like, really, I take pride in, like,
I do too.
I don't think I ever, even if you think you're losing, like, I've had to fork over $750 to, you know, refund, because I got people who, they booked a party in the back, the AC went out, we bought, you know, portable AC, but it just didn't do it for them. You know, they were just like, nah, we ain't doing that. We blah blah blah, and
it got nothing to do with my party.
The dude wanted all his money back, and they wanted to go somewhere else. Like, I know a lot of business owners would have said, "You ain't getting your money back. Might give you some of it, or oh well, you know, ain't nothing we can do." But I'm like, our reputation is bigger than that. You know, you never know. Even though they were upset, they did get what they want, so you still get some of that business coming back. Because they knew it wasn't nothing that we, you know, could control.
My birthday weekend, it was these two ladies. Remember them two ladies that sat in the booth with us that I really didn't know? You could tell that they really wasn't a part of our group.
Yeah, because I sat next to them.
Right.
But I thought you knew them, though.
No. So what happened was they didn't have the best experience when they first walked in. So they was a little turned off. So I could feel that they were unhappy and they were ready to go. And I was like, wait a minute, what's wrong? You know? And so she was like, whatever she said. And I was like, okay, I got you. Come hang out. And so I took them over there, and they came, and they hung out with us, and we kicked it, we partied, whatever.
And we was very nice to them.
Yes.
As party guests.
Yes.
We were.
So they ended up coming back, and they booked a party the following week.
Oh, wow.
But they was ready to go and they didn't want to fool with it.
People just want to be heard and know that
they just
concerned
want
about,
care.
hey,
you
man,
care
look,
about my
this happened
experience
to me,
here.
you know,
right.
Acknowledge that.
Because what happened is what could have happened is they went and told 50 people don't go there. But what ended up happening was they booked a party and brought 20 people with them the next week. And them numbers is off, but you know what I'm saying.
That's how it works.
Yeah. Exactly. But you gotta care. You gotta care about your customer. They have to be important.
Yeah, you was alert enough to pay attention and notice that these two women,
they're not happy.
Yeah.
But all black businesses, you know, they don't do that. Because I've been in, like, I was in this particular club, and I will not name this club.
Tell it.
I can't do that.
You got to.
I ain't finna put nobody on blast. Like that.
And then
But I was with my buddy, and
Text it.
He ordered Crown and Coke, right? So lady brought back drink. She set it down and just walked off. He tasted it and had Coke in.
It didn't?
No. He
said, was just straight up Crown?
Excuse me. I had Crown and Coke. This is just Crown. She said, just drink the MF. She said. So
she said that?
Yeah, just drink the MF and walked out.
You was there?
Yeah, I'm sitting right next to him. We looked at each other, just bust our laughing. He said, I guess I better drink it.
Right.
I'm like, only in this place because you get that.
Y'all already know now. You ain't gotta tell me.
She wanted him to get towed up real quick.
No, it's just like that's the environment. Like,
I want to know what. So I make sure I don't go there because
you ain't gonna go there solo. You ain't even know how.
Like I'd be like, what?
You would need a police escort to go to this place. You wouldn't.
All right, let's talk about the consumer, and then we gonna talk about your scenario.
Okay.
When we end it out, consumers, as a business owner, what is your top 5 issue with consumers?
With consumers, for me,
stealing.
I always want a discount. Looking for ways to get something free.
Get over.
Now, for the most part, most of my customers are straight. But, you know, especially the regulars, they know, you know, this ain't a juke joint. It's, you know, it's pretty legitimate. but just when they come into the business, all of a sudden their standards are here. But when they go into other businesses, it's, you know, it's whatever they get is what they get, and they don't complain. They just okay with whatever. But when you come into a black business, it's like, if I don't get everything perfect, you know, I'm gonna blast this business. And I mean, and it's been times where we deserve to get blasted, and I let servers know, managers or whatever, like, yeah, that's on us, that's our fault. So I address it both ways, but I do see the other side. I see both sides of it. I don't never just think we're always right.
I don't either.
So I'm always looking to see where we went wrong, and then if I see somewhere where we didn't go wrong, then I just chalk it up. I don't like say, nah, you can't get another drink, or no, we ain't. I just say, okay, no problem, man, we'll take care of it and keep it moving. So a lot of times that works, because you ain't gonna win trying to beef with a customer, especially a black customer. You ain't gonna win.
Just let them have it.
You just can't win. You gotta be okay. You gotta take that L. You gotta be willing to take that L and keep it moving.
So
It's too much.
okay, name them off. Count them down.
What? Consumer?
Yeah.
Discount. Sort of being slick with, you know, they pick up a drink with that much in it, you know, that kind of stuff. Believe it or not, taking objects like
our dang own centerpieces. Whoever got them, I want you to bring them back. Where they at?
I mean, I don't know, but I don't see nobody taking centerpieces.
But they're gone. They're gone. Were they beautiful?
No.
Most of them at the bar, they taking centerpieces and putting straws and umbrellas, and I go to the bar and I'm like, hey, it's 5 centerpieces over here. Why y'all take the centerpieces to put? No, I'm just saying.
You're not helping my point.
I'm just
okay.
So go behind the bar.
Okay, so they take in salt and pepper, the little salt and pepper shakers.
Wow.
They done took some of the little cute stuff I had in the bathroom.
I'm telling you, they've taken Lysol and stuff like out of the restroom, like stuff like that. And it's just a few. So we ain't trying to paint the picture that that's the black consumer.
I
have a confession.
I hope it ain't Brick House confession.
I don't know if it probably is a Brick House confession.
Oh Lord.
Can I confess? Like, you know how you bring don't y'all bring greens in a little bowl?
You took our bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, see what I mean? That's exactly what I mean.
We have to-go bowls. All you gotta do is ask, and we'll put them in the to-go bowl with a cute little top.
No, I didn't.
And you can take it home with you.
Did you bring our bowl back?
I just didn't want the juice all over my...
We have bowls. If you
my
asked us, we could have brought it to you.
I didn't know. I'll bring it back.
It was Brick House for real.
I don't know. I think it was.
Oh,
is it a white bowl? Kind of big?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll bring it back next Tuesday.
Wow. And I'm like getting on servers, and hey, y'all throwing these bowls away.
It be your hood friends that be the biggest problem.
It is one bowl.
And if 20 customers take a bowl every month, that's 20 bowls.
Now I gotta go dig it out.
So my biggest complaints with customers, I would say, is on purpose challenging us for no reason.
Yeah.
And it's just like what I said about us with customer service. It's the same thing, but it's on both sides. Like, coming here being mad for what? Like, what you mad about? You coming to hang out and have a good time, what you mad about? You know what I'm saying? Like, it coming in the door with attitude for whatever reason. Like, and females, when they get cute, they feel themselves a little bit.
It's mostly females, ain't it?
It is. Mm-hmm. It is. So that's an issue with consumers. I would also say being slick. I don't like that. Always wanting to get over. And I know you don't do that in other places. And I'm a little OCD. I am. So it really bothers me when they come in. This is so petty, and I'm embarrassed for saying it, but I'm going to say it anyway. And they moving stuff around, moving tables and stuff without talking to anybody about that. That irritates me.
That happens everywhere, though.
No, it doesn't.
It does. I've been in places
No, it
like
doesn't. It doesn't happen everywhere.
It happened
Lotus.
in
I was in corporate 20 years, and when we go to happy hour, we just walk in and start moving tables.
I cannot stand
We don't
that.
ask nobody. We'll just go drag a table. And
I don't like that.
And that's why it doesn't bother me, because I know people just assume, oh, that's open.
Well,
open.
you're not OCD either, though.
I am, but
not
because
like
I
that.
don't like that. I don't
you don't
like,
get freaked out when you come in your parking space. Somebody is in your parking spot.
Yeah, because that's outside. But when I come inside,
it's still the premises though. Moving cones and just parking and you don't know, like.
Yeah, I understand.
I don't like all that stuff because I feel like you're not gonna just go and you ain't gonna go to another restaurant and just move the cone and say I'm taking that park.
Right. It happens.
Okay, so anyway, let's talk about anything else on that before we go to the last portion.
We got you been reading in the comments?
Oh, they blasted me again.
Oh,
Somebody blast me.
What you put a post out there?
Horrible. No.
for taking our bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you should.
I feel bad.
So now people don't think I'm just making this stuff up. Yeah, that
He's
happens.
not making it up. We
like
do.
goblets, people will
But
put
it's
those.
not. It's not because you're black. Okay.
It's because you're a thief.
I don't know if I should really address
I would feel
this.
better if you say it's because you're a thief.
What is that?
Somebody.
You.
That's not me.
That's not me. That's the producer.
That's not
That
me.
is the bootleg producer over there. So I kind of want to address this, but I don't because I want to be the bigger person. You know, I want to address that post so bad.
Bring it up. I'll address it.
You address it then.
I will.
So the question that we put out there was, what is the biggest challenge you have when you do business with a black-owned establishment? And I had some people, two now, that just really went in on me about this is a negative post and blah, 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 blah.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'm going to try not to go too. You can address that, though.
Read her first response. And
This is funny.
because just to start, there are challenges. It is different.
Well, check this out. So this is one I've just read. I didn't even read through it, so I'm reading this right now. This is a terrible post, and you on here right now, so you probably watching, but whatever. This is a terrible post and explains why we as a race will never come together. You go shop at Walmart and you get followed around the store, but yet you return. And then you come back to a black-owned business and act like you're supposed to be treated with royalty because you're black. I treat all my customers the same with respect no matter what they are. I'm not sure.
Good. That's good.
But what does that have to do with this being a terrible post?
I don't think that makes your post terrible.
But that's what
because
he said.
there are challenges that you can try to pretend they don't exist.
Right.
But for whatever reason, that is a challenge.
It
because a lot of people, you know, are in business and there are people in business who shouldn't be.
I agree.
Let's get that straight.
1,000%.
But to me, when I read that post, this is what I think. I can read that post and read some of the comments of the consumers if I have a black business, and it can get me on my P's and Q's.
Exactly.
Like you're not open when you say you're going to open. I'm like, dang,
that's a problem.
People really have a problem with that.
And they have a right to.
And I got to try to make sure we have supplies at all times.
Right.
So I wouldn't read it and
that
get
was
mad.
the purpose of the post. That was the whole purpose of the post. More so because another sister was just saying that this is very negative, and I'm providing a platform for people to bash, and I'm paraphrasing it, but that's not it. It's really more like you said, what can we do to be better? Because I am of the mindset you cannot fix problems until you admit that they are there. Period. You can't. And I'm like that with my personal self. Like, don't tell me all the cute fluffy stuff. Tell me where I need to tighten up so I can be the best person that I can be. Because if you don't address me, I feel like it is my responsibility when I go into an establishment, specifically black owned establishment, if I have a bad experience, I feel like it is my duty to talk to the manager, not make a scene, not make no big, I'm not trying to get everybody to hear what I'm saying. I ain't trying to get nobody on my team and team up against, nah. But hey, you know, I just want you to know this is probably not how y'all usually do things, but she was kind of rude. I don't know if she was having a bad day or what it is, but I don't know if this is something that you experience on a regular with this individual, but I would hate for that to impact your sales or impact your customers where they don't really want to return. I would hate to hear somebody go and bash you, and I know it's really true because I had the same experience. No, give me the opportunity to fix it. You see what I'm saying? Like, we don't do that. We don't we don't address issues, and a lot of times it's because we're so full of pride that we don't even want to hear where we can tighten up. We get defensive,
and that's why you don't have consumers. Because I have a hard time expressing. I mean, if it's some kind of lightweight stuff, I don't really say anything about it. Now, if it's like straight in your face and I'm like truly affected by it, then yeah, I'm gonna say something. Right. But I have a hard time just saying, hey, you know, she was rude. Right. She was, you know. I wouldn't go and say that. Now, I'm not gonna not go to the business. I would go back. But if it's a continuing problem,
you can tell if it's part of the environment or the atmosphere versus. You know, this person just ain't on.
Because you can tell by the atmosphere in which they conduct business on a regular.
Exactly. Because I was in a restaurant, and when I was checking out my food, the guy was on the phone, like on speaker. Now, I thought that was a little bit unprofessional, but I didn't say anything. I was just like, it's his business.
What happened?
I was checking out, like paying for my food, but he was on the phone. But he had his phone on speakerphone, and he was talking like, "Yeah, girl," you know.
Oh, that's very unfair.
Like so hood.
He was having a full-fledged conversation, and I was just thinking like, is that, you know?
Man, you gotta think about. You ain't corporate. You can't send people through no 8-hour training 2 days before they start. You know what I mean? If you need servers, you need them. So sometimes you gotta say, okay, come on, and then you gotta kind of do it on the fly.
However, it has to be important enough to that establishment take out the time.
Right.
Because your business depends on what kind of customer service you delivering. So if you're not tight in that area, invest in that area, even if it's just with the time. Right. It has to be like a top priority. Because at the end of the day, they represent you. Your name is on Brick House. Right. So when people go, they may not know the server's name, the hostess name, the manager's name, the bartender's name, but they know Daryl Alexander.
Oh yeah, I get it. I mean,
and that's why we have to be proactive in addressing these issues, because if you don't care about your reputation, I care about mine. I care about the name of this establishment, and I care about my personal reputation. So you're not gonna make me look bad. And if this ain't the place for you, then this just ain't the place.
And sometimes you gotta educate like customers. For example, if I'm with somebody in another restaurant, and if they see a fly or something, you know, it's like, you gotta understand, when your door is open, you can get a fly in. Right. You can. Now if it's 15 flies, that's something
different.
And then when you see like fruit flies and people like, and then you gotta
that don't make you nasty.
You gotta say when they deliver our fruit, sometimes they have fruit flies in the boxes. Sometimes they even have roaches in some of the containers.
Oh, I wouldn't want you telling me that.
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm just like, for real. Now if roaches crawling all over your table and everywhere, you know that they just ain't clean. But you know, a lot of times you don't know what's coming in. You don't know what's coming, and even people might say this is crazy, but because we right next door to an Asian market.
Oh, God, please don't say nothing too crazy.
We fight. I'm just saying we do our best to keep everything clean as we can, because it's sometimes it's a struggle, but infestation versus you know, because it's you'll see mice outside and stuff. You know, you can't. That's just nature.
If I had like a roach wing in my soup, is it okay for me to say, "Hey,
yes, it is
a new bowl of soup"?
Yes.
I mean, if it was me, even
you can bring me.
I'd be like, "No, I don't want any bowl.
I'm good.
I'm good for now. Let me get this out my system."
Can you just take this off my ticket?
Oh, of course. We at your mercy if you got a roach wing.
I don't even want to have this conversation, because I don't want people to be thinking that we got roaches and mice and all that stuff running around.
But I'm just saying,
it happens
in a restaurant.
I get it.
But if if they're bold and they just everywhere, you know it's infestation.
Yeah.
But it ain't. That's just honest to God true. That's any restaurant.
Your restaurant gets shut down by the.
Yeah, I mean we get.
What is it?
The health inspector. Health inspector comes by all the time, and they'll write you up or close you down if you're too bad, which they should.
All right, let's hit your post. And we're gonna close out with that.
Okay, my post was dealing with businesses who don't hire us and won't hire us and haven't hired us, yet we are
the majority of their customer base.
Yeah, I mean, half to more of. I mean, you, in some of them, you can see us just in there, and I don't. A lot of times, think a lot of people look around and say, they ain't even catering to us. They won't even hire us, and we are like fully supporting.
And we still go back.
Like, it is so obvious. So I'm just gonna say this without naming any business. Go into most of these Mexican restaurants. You are not. Now, some Uncle Julio's, I know they do. I know people who work there, but a lot of other,
on the border,
on the border, they hire blacks. A lot of these other Mexican restaurants, if you go in there, you ain't gonna see no black people bussing tables, serving. And I know people who have applied, and they just ain't gonna hire us, but we are in there making sure they business is profit.
Yep.
To me, that's like, why would I? And I've done it. I'm guilty of it. And I'm sitting there, I'm telling you, Lotus can tell you, a couple of them, I'm sitting there just steaming.
Mad.
Like,
why we here?
Why are we in here? You know, why am I giving them my money and they ain't even going to hire nobody who looks like in other words, your money is good, but you ain't even good enough for me to hire. And it ain't, I mean, what are they saying? You got to be bilingual. The menu is in English.
Right.
So it ain't like you got to go and read Spanish. Go to most of these Mexican restaurants and just look around.
Yeah. I mean,
tell me what you see.
No, that is true, but I kind of think like a lot of black people don't know. Well, I'm talking about like authentic Mexican food. Like a lot of black people don't know anything about authentic.
What do you mean authentic? Food. You read the menu to the customer tells you what they want to
but
order.
But most
go
places
put it
in Texas is Tex-Mex anyway. Most of it is not authentic.
What do you Mexican. Have to know? I ain't asking you to even.
You make. I don't know.
So what? You can't even. You saying if you black, you can't even work in the kitchen?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just trying to figure out if there are any Hispanics that go to soul food restaurants. That's what I'm trying to see, because I just don't see a problem with that. I don't.
Think about it. And you know why you ain't gonna see it? Because other people don't do it. You're not gonna see 70% in a black restaurant, and at least not see someone. They ain't even going. You might have a few who visit and patronize.
That's
every
like
now
what
and
he's
then.
saying. Like if you come in a brick house and there's 70% white folks, but we don't hire not one white staff. Like nobody. You can't serve. You can't dishwash. You can't be a hostess. You can't none of it. You can't be a security. None of that. But the majority of the people that come in there and spend their money is white folks. It ain't. You see what I'm saying?
And we gonna make an excuse every time. Like not every time, but for the most part, we're gonna try to justify it. Because I'll hire any race. It just so happens a lot of white people don't apply.
So you
if I need a server and you white, you coming around and be like, fill out this application, you need to start training. That's just that simple. That ain't gonna be like, no, because I got Hispanics and I've hired whites. People know where I work. I've hired.
See how you feel about Hispanic restaurants not hiring black people. I feel that way about convenience stores. Like
it's all the same.
I know, but I just can't really, because to me it's like if I want that type of food and that's native to the people who, you know what I mean? Like I guess because I don't really
get that. What you mean it's native?
It's like that's their like.
That's a menu.
I know.
Go to a Chinese restaurant. Go to P.F. Chang's or something. You're going to see every color server in the world.
But I wouldn't want to see a Hispanic
and you're going to see Hispanics in the kitchen cooking Chinese food.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to see a Hispanic person in the kitchen cooking soul food.
Why not?
I'm going to be like...
I would.
I wouldn't.
Why not?
Because I'm going to be
it's a recipe.
What do they know about soap? Nah, it's
if you're a cook, it's a recipe.
Okay, but here's the thing. Not the cook, not the server, not the bathroom attendant, not the person at the front door, not the hostess, not the security, not nobody.
Like we can't even be.
But we can give them
we can spend all our
money, but we can't even walk people to their table. You don't gotta. Okay, with
I get it. I have to pay attention to that because I just never really looked at.
Because we don't.
Because I'm looking at that's their expertise. Hispanic.
How is that their expertise? It's food. It's a recipe.
No, it's Hispanic food. You know when people cook, they always it's something.
You know how many Hispanics work in all types of kitchens?
I know they work in freaking Panda Express. I think that's weird.
Why? It's a recipe. If you can read, or you don't even have to read sometimes. Here's the recipe. This is what it takes. What difference does it make what race you are?
I get it.
It ain't like it's Soul Mamas.
I think if it's the whole entire establishment, then that's a red flag.
It's like if it's a chain, I can see
and it's
that.
several. You can go to 4 of them in different areas, and you still ain't gonna see.
So how do consumers treat other restaurants or other establishments versus how they treat black owned?
What do you mean, like
your experience at that place that you was talking about?
Man, you can. I might have said it earlier. It's a lot for a lot of people. They on their best P's and Q's in this particular restaurant, and
Yes.
anything can happen to me while I'm there, and I'm still happy to be there and smiling. Don't worry about it. No, I don't need a manager.
And I'm not talking
And if half of that stuff happens in a black restaurant,
you get one thing.
they gonna blast you. They gonna put you on Facebook. They gonna go to Yelp. They gonna tell their friends, and it's not.
hate.
That's not.
Why
cool.
is that though?
That's
You think
just-
that's hating?
It's
not hating.
It's
I
self-hate,
think,
if you ask me.
that's the kind of hate I'm talking about.
When I go, I'm like, my standards are. For me, I'm the opposite. If I go to another restaurant, like, I ain't coming in here to. I'm paying you my money. I want
the
good
best.
service.
Yeah.
If I go in, because I know you got corporate dollars, I know half of this stuff didn't cost. And I go in a black restaurant, I'm giving some leeway. Just saying, I'm giving leeway.
Because the struggle is real.
And I ain't gonna never not do business with black people. I don't care what happens. I just find another black person,
Right.
just like everybody else does.
What they own.
When in the other businesses,
Right.
you don't like this guy said. You never hear nobody say, "I ain't never do." I
It's
never go
with
to another
Asians or white
another,
or Latino.
Yeah,
or,
just find another Chinese
Right.
restaurant if they have a bad
Right.
experience here.
I just think that we need to hold all businesses to the same standard.
I agree.
Period. Like, because I know me, it doesn't matter what restaurant I'm at.
But I don't think it's going to happen. But I
As
do
far
agree.
as customer service, I agree, but
Price.
it's the difference between
pricing.
equality and equity. You can't treat everybody equally because everybody's
Don't
on a
start
different
with the
playing
same.
field.
Well-
Yeah, it's equity. It ain't equality. You
Well,
can't even treat people
But as far
equally.
as professionalism goes,
Yes.
Yes.
as far as customer service
Yes.
goes, like, everybody needs to be
Cleanliness.
same. Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
But-
stuff like that.
But then again, yeah, cleanliness and all that. But if you're in a sports bar, it's a little different than being in a steakhouse. So you kind of
As far as what, though?
as far as
Because I still
being- as
think
far
that
as
I
the
should be able to
environment.
get the
Because if you're in a steakhouse, if you're in a sports bar, it's gonna be some cursing and high fiving because you just in a sports environment.
So it's just
you go
a
in a
looser
steakhouse.
environment.
Oh, now I gotta.
And it's
Quiet
peanuts on the
conversation.
floor. I can't stand it, but anyway.
So
Well, I mean, but everybody knows the nature of a sports bar and the nature of, these restaurants.
but you kind of gotta think about that when you're going into a club versus you going to a doctor's office. When you come into a club, it's lively, it's loose, people are drinking. It's not going to
energy,
just be formal, and it's going to be a
Right.
a comfortable, loose kind of environment.
At least you want it to be.
Right.
But yeah. All right. Okay.
So what you got for comments?
They kind of let me have it a little bit. So let's see. What kind of comments you got?
I know on
The majority was all saying the whole deal with customer service. That was the number one thing.
I know I mean said that proving
Oh, he got
myself
some good ones.
constantly, even after tangible results. Like
That's on my post right here, right?
yeah, that's on
Yeah.
your post. Like business owners always have to constantly be polite, be sweet, prove themselves all the time. Like even after, I'll fix that. Well, somebody better do something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why is that
Right.
necessary? I just told you I was gonna handle that. So yeah, I've witnessed that. Sometimes I hate to go out with some of my friends who act a fool like that because I don't.
Well, they just looking for something to be
So
wrong.
look, I'm going to try to say this without just saying these
Just
names.
say it.
No, I mean really,
Okay.
most of the time, and I think everywhere I go, I'm looking for this. Like if I go into, I don't do chain Chinese restaurants because more than likely we ain't gonna be in there. I don't even know. I ain't about to do that. If I go to one, it's gonna be one where they got some people that look, because if it's enough of us in there, they need to have some people looking like us. And if it's just a serving position or bartender, all races can do that. So you mean to tell me you've been in business all these years and you ain't found a black person that's qualified to work here?
Right.
That's something to think about.
Yeah.
So, like, these places like Gloria's and Mi Casino and all these places. Man, I've been years doing this research. Like, it ain't even a brother good enough to wash dishes back in here.
Right.
Like,
I feel you.
you go to Papa Do's, they got all races. You go to On the Border, it's all races. Anybody who's qualified can get in there. But a lot of these, it's systematic. It's actually being, it's discrimination, I think. I'm just gonna say that's discrimination.
I think so too. I do. But it's on us because we continue.
They don't
give you what you allow them. They handle you how you allow them to treat you.
They don't have to conform at all because you still gonna bring
me
your money
anyway. So what difference do it make?
It don't matter. We ain't never gotta hire y'all. You still gonna help pay our bills.
Ooh.
So Amin said, I was in a restaurant with a friend a few weeks ago. She found out that the restaurant had gone from a 3-piece wing special to a 2-piece wing special, and went to social media and said she was never going there again, and nobody else should.
Was it a black restaurant?
He was like, dang, over one wing. Like,
right.
Was it black? Did he say it was
he
black?
didn't say. It probably was, though.
I mean, because that's the topic today. But
That's
dang, over one wing, you tripping?
Man, it happens, though.
Right.
We just have to...
Frank called you a bold thief.
I know. He made me
What
feel
I'm
so
saying
bad.
is,
Hurt my feelings.
From this day forward,
we got to do better.
Lotus told me to start next week. But I was like, I ain't gonna say that. Like, can we start next week?
This day forward.
You can start next week.
I'm a rider. So if we ride it, we ride it. I just want a grace period.
If you ain't now keep in mind, I'm thinking all these restaurants, they have different shifts, so you may miss us some other shifts or something, or this day or this week, but for years you ain't hired ever hired us
ever.
Is it their fault or is it ours?
Yeah,
that's my question to you. Whose fault is it?
I think it's our fault
because we allow it.
Yeah, for supporting those businesses that don't. Like, I get it, I just never really thought about it.
Do y'all think this is similar, and it's probably not, but it just sounds like it in my head, to the players on the NFL not standing with? Do you think that's similar?
Yes,
or not really?
Because we're still allowing it.
Right. Like, I'm not willing to make the sacrifice to make sure that we can fix this problem, because I know we can fix it. Like, if all the black people decided we are not going on one day,
right,
ain't no black face, they're gonna lose a whole lot of money. Let's say we pick,
because the game will be watered down.
Right.
They don't believe that they're strength in numbers, and they don't believe in themselves.
Who don't?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a little more complicated, but I can understand that.
Yeah, they probably signed a contract,
right,
all of that stuff. Yeah, but like Lotus, I think you had said this last week. Like, what are you willing to sacrifice?
Right. And most people are not willing to sacrifice anything. It's a lot of talk.
When it comes to money, it's
not even just money. It's money. It's entertainment. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to sacrifice sleep. We don't want to sacrifice. We just don't want to. We don't want to.
And it's harder for them because they are getting paid and not paying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's the difference. And I said if these brothers say they want to protest, I'm down. Mm-hmm. If y'all saying we standing up, everybody
So how can you even really take that approach though if they not? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's why
for what
some
reason?
people are taking it. Just
but what are you accomplishing by that?
Some people, you need everybody, or you need the majority.
I mean, I hear it. You
like Ira said on the show last week, us not watching ain't gonna be a big deal.
Right.
It's the players that can actually put up a hole in their pocket.
Right.
That'll make everybody stop watching.
And if they're not willing to do that, then what's the point of establishments like everybody else?
Like me not making money and they still out there playing.
Everybody's playing. That mean
everybody but Kaepernick is playing. So the whole entire league, ain't nobody said I'm not gonna play. Not one person saying I'm not playing.
Even if they would have showed a symbolism of like bending on their knee during the anthem or whatever, like even if they played the game and did that,
mm-hmm.
you know,
you have some players doing that right now.
But I mean, if as a whole, you know, if they even did that, because they are a team. I know they teach that. Yeah, I know they give.
You
them
got
some
white
kind
players
of
who are, you know,
so I know they
joining
get them some kind of speech to kind of, you know what I'm saying, rile them up. We're one, we're for whatever. I don't know what the speech is, but they're taught that they are a team.
It's a brotherhood,
right?
You have some owners like Jerry Jones and a few other owners. If they say, hey, he has the right to protest, he is gonna be on my team, If you don't like it, boycott. Stop. It ain't like they gonna go broke.
It ain't gonna happen.
They billionaires.
It'll change.
So people would say,
immediately.
you know what? I respect that. He does have that right. But until somebody up here or the right white players stand up, it's still going to be, or we're not going to watch. Okay, don't watch.
Right.
We got a whole bunch of people who still going to watch because they realize this is right. You know, what he's doing is not, there's nothing wrong with it.
Right.
But I don't know if we should judge someone else's moral compass, though, because those players may protest or do something in their own right to promote, to fight against police brutality. They may not decide to take a knee during the national anthem because they don't think it's appropriate. And I'm not going to push somebody to do something that they really don't think is appropriate.
But do you think that, because to me, in my interpretation of that whole scenario, it's really two different scenarios. One is him protesting the police brutality, but then the second one is him not being signed. And so to me, the players, if they don't support that issue with police brutality, or they're dealing with it in their own way, right, I understand and I respect that. However, that him not being signed or him being out of a job, that is a NFL issue. So the NFL players can get behind him on that issue.
Exactly, because what if they protest some different way? Like you said, maybe they post something on Facebook, you know, speaking out against whatever, right, and they don't get signed for next season.
And then they get blackballed.
Yeah,
and I do believe that they should do something to encourage teams to sign, but all you can do is encourage.
No, that ain't all they can do.
That ain't all you can do.
All you can do is
that ain't all they can do.
All of those players are replaceable. You've seen strikes happen in the NFL,
and they didn't work.
And it didn't work.
No,
that's
I'm saying
they don't have guaranteed
that was the worst.
To this day.
That was the worst NFL.
That's why they don't have it.
But I'm saying that was.
There are so many people that will give whatever to play in the National Football League. We'll find someone that's willing to take this.
They're not willing to lose all those star players like that at one time. The NFL would respond,
and that's the key.
They would respond, and it will affect their money. How could it not?
But what I'm saying though is, first off, do you believe that most players believe that he should be signed and he has a talent level? LaShawn McCoy just came out and said the reason Colin Kaepernick isn't signed, and this is something
you do know that we're not finna turn this into sports rehab.
I was just thinking that. I was just thinking
that. Got up and said in front of everybody. He said the reason he's not signed is because he went 0-7 in 7 games last year.
That is not true. That is not. They're hiring arena league players. They hiring unproven.
Oh, I agree with you. I'm not saying that I don't agree, because I believe that he is definitely one of the top 20 quarterbacks, and there are 64 spots. So I believe he should definitely be signed. But I'm just saying,
not only signed, he should be starting for a lot of teams.
He should be starting, but that's a lot of politics on that too. But at the very least, he should be a backup. There's no question this man is not better than 64 other players in the NFL, people that don't even know how to play quarterback.
Right.
So he should definitely be signed. But there is the belief out there, because nobody.
He was just on a bad team.
So. Yeah, he was. Because even in his quarterback rating, he was in the top 15.
Okay, but look, ultimately, we as a people, we as a culture, are responsible for what happens to us. Period, hands down. So if we accept crumbs or whatever, if we accept mediocreness, that's pretty much what we're gonna get. I don't know if mediocreness a word.
No.
I don't think
we can make it.
I just make it
up right now.
All right, but
we get it.
But if you accept that, that's what you're gonna get. So we, as a people, like you said about the restaurant thing, if they're not hiring people of color in this restaurant and we're their biggest consumers, then maybe we need to stop going to that restaurant.
Oh, that's without a doubt. Without a doubt. So I'm already starting that.
I never even paid attention to that, because I always looked at it like, well, shoot, this Mexican food. Not Tex-Mex. I'm talking about, like, Mexican food. I always looked at it kind of like that.
That does not matter, because you will see Hispanics in every other race in every other restaurant. You see Hispanics working in black restaurants.
Right,
you see Hispanics in Chinese restaurants. You see Hispanics in every.
At Glorious, I don't see not one. I never seen. Remember we used to go to Glorious? I have not seen one black person working in Glorious.
I've been looking for. I'm telling you, I've been looking for you. Now somebody probably can chime in and say, "Well, I know this one dude who used to work over here back in the day, but
and wash dishes. They must be in the back."
The 3 that I know, I ain't seen. That's just straight up.
I haven't seen
and this is years and years of like every peeking in and
not even
nobody.
A black Mexican, a Puerto Rican, or something.
All right, we are going to wrap it on up. Wrap it on up. That's a song, ain't it?
I don't know, but we can
That's
make
a line dance song.
Rap it on up.
I don't know.
Rap it on up. That sound like a.
It sound like a line dance song. Okay. Just give our final thoughts on what was it? What did you name this show?
Black business / consumer.
The owner / consumer.
What we owe each other.
Okay.
Like,
so
we both owe each other like something.
What you got, sis?
Oh, why am I always going first? Because I'm on the end.
Yep.
Well, it's just kind of in order. It's just, but he can, don't matter. You want to go first?
I don't care. I can't.
Okay.
She still ain't gonna have nothing when I'm done.
What's your final thoughts?
My final thoughts are: if you're a business owner, you're a minority. We already know, unless you got some heavy dollars or corporate dollars behind you, we know the struggle. Trust me, I know. Like, these nail shops, you're gonna pay more because Asians control that market. You're gonna pay more, and people wonder why the black nail shops are more. You have to pay more because the Asians ain't gonna let they're not gonna let you in to get the prices that they get, and we don't control any of that. So you gotta just have that unconditional okay. And for me, you're a little higher, cool. I'm still helping you. You know, so you just gotta be able to support these businesses because we making everybody else millionaires. Why can't we start making the people who look like us? Why are we the only race that can't keep that money in?
Right, I agree.
And you got to realize everybody ain't on the same level as these other corporations. So, not saying that you got to only do that, but when you can, you got to support. And the business owners got to step up their game, including me. More professionalism, more customer service training. You just got to be on your game more if you're going to be in business, or else you're not going to be there for long. And as far as us continuously giving these businesses who don't even care if we come in there, they're not gonna change the music to suit you. They ain't gonna hire nobody who looks like you. We gotta be,
and they don't care that you know that.
We sort of gotta be almost. And I know people. It's always two sides to every story, but you gotta be you gotta really be thinking, why do I keep giving them my money? They don't care about.
Right.
You know,
they don't even value
because I like their drink or I like this enchilada. They won't even hire nobody who looks like me. So it's I ain't saying insane, but it's like it just doesn't make sense for us to keep giving those businesses our money.
Right. Okay. What you got, sis?
Nothing.
As Petty G Watt was talking. I was thinking about two different things. One of my classmates, what's up, Carlos? How are you? He's a supervisor at his job, and he even hired, some brothers on, and he still, like, if he tell them to do something or whatever the case, like do his supervisor duties, he gets straight disrespected. And they don't disrespect the other supervisors. A friend of mine tonight, we were talking, he's the manager at his company, same situation. So I think we as a people need to start appreciating each other. Appreciating, I'm happy for you if you're the manager or you the supervisor or you the business. I'm happy for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I'm like, shoot, I'm happy for us.
Yeah, I'm going to help you succeed.
Right. I'm happy for us. Like, I may not have anything to do with this. I may not even know you. But I know that this is a step forward for us as a culture, for us as a people. So we need to start respecting each other, being more courteous, polite. And then on the flip side of that, like, we need to start, like, as a business owner, professionalism is key. If you always keep it professional, you don't have to worry about trying to get somebody to hook up or looking out for this person or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes
have a standard.
You may have to, but you have to remain professional. So, but as a people, I think that we just need to start really appreciating each other more, period.
Okay. All right. So my final thoughts are keep doing business with folks that look like you. Because we say that all the time. You hear people... some of the bashing that I got on my post today was, you don't hear other nationalities saying this. I have no idea what other nationalities are saying about their businesses and what goes on in their community, because that is not my concern. My concern is, how can we make sure that the doors stay open at our businesses. And one of the ways to do that is to be proactive in implementing change as necessary. One thing that I think all businesses need to do, and we need to do a better job of it here at High Vibe as well as Brick House and other places, find out what your customer really thinks. So we need to do a better job with you remember when we was doing for about a month, we had the cards that we wanted the customers to fill out and give us feedback. You don't get better if you don't know where you lacking. So we have to be okay with people calling us out, as long as it's respectful. But I do think that we owe that to each other. I do think that we owe each other our best customer service, and as a consumer, our best attitude coming into their building, because I think that we can put people on edge when we bring a negativity inside of their four walls, and for what reason. So pay attention. If you see a lot of response when we have questions like that, and a lot of it is customer service, and that means people, those are the interactions people are really having, that they want people to address. So let's not be so defensive and in our feelings so much that we don't want anybody to tell us where we can do better, where we can tighten up, where we can be the best us that we can be. And I think we need to do a better job of working together, supporting each other, spreading good news. And when you have a complaint, go to the manager, go to the owner. Just do it in a friendly way. You don't have to go badgering and attacking and all of that, but just say, hey, as a consumer, you have a right to that. You have a right to express how you feel about an experience that you had in those four walls. But that don't mean you got to come with drama. So if ever we can learn to communicate with each other the way that we want people to come to us, that, to me, that's really the key in so many different areas of life. Treat people how they treat you. That's just what it is. And how you want to be treated. That's probably a better way to say it. Not so much of treat people how they treat you, but treat people the way you want to be treated. So if I want A1 service, and I really do. That's just my personality. I want to be treated good wherever I go. I don't care where I am. I could go to the park. If I make eye contact with you and you on the other side and I need to get something from you, I want to be acknowledged. Why? Because I'm going to acknowledge you. So if we learn how to treat people with respect and don't have any hang-ups about that, I think we can get a lot further in life and in business. But don't be so quick to check off individuals who look at you and then continue to support those that don't. Whatever, Vincent. I'm done. Bye. That's our show. All of them make me sick.
Did something just happen?
Yes. He over there acting like, and Vincent talk more than anybody I know.
This a black on show?
Nah, he going like this.
Is this a black on show? He wouldn't do that on white show.
Exactly. He'd be over there with his pom-poms and hoorah.
Man, don't you dare.
And I'm just trying to make sure that we give each other the best experience.
Good. I'm hate you stop.
Yeah, well.
You on the roll.
But I'm done.
Lotus always be on the roll.
All right, well, we thank y'all for tuning in. Remember, when you can, support people in your community.
Yes.
And the other races don't even have to say it. It's just innate.
They do it, man.
They just do it.
Right.
So, we know it's a challenge sometimes, but you got to just say, hey.
Work with us as we work with you.
Right. Roland Martin has a stat that he gave out just a couple of weeks ago where he said in the Asian community, the dollar rotates in that community for 28 days. In the Jewish community, 19 days. In the Hispanic community, 8 days. In the black community, it rotates in our community only 6 hours. Think about that.
That's an issue. That is a issue. But, I don't want to keep talking and bore the producer.
But it's a little warped because, like, a lot of the things we need, black people just don't own. Like, we don't have a bank and a grocery store. So we get that, but that's still a lot.
8 days. How the Hispanics are getting 8 days, though?
And we got 6 hours.
We got 6 hours. That's still the same.
No, I'm saying, yeah, I get it. Yeah, we can do a lot better. So.
All right, so y'all make sure you tune in tomorrow at 8:30 for Sports Rehab, and then come back Thursday. Come hang out with us at Brick House Lounge. 9 o'clock, we have the High Vibe Media Marketing production of A Man's Point of View, where you can get this dude in a different setting with a different personality. And it'll be very interesting. This Thursday is 80-20 rule. So that's
I already know I'm 20. I came to that conclusion.
Oh, God.
I'm 20.
Lord.
Ain't nobody.
You looking for the 20?
No.
You gonna leave for the 20? You know you 20%.
I am the 20.
You are the 20. Oh, come on, G. We gotta get you to at least 50%.
80% of me.
All right, y'all. That's our time. We'll holler at you next week.
Y'all
Peace.
don't want them. Peace.
I know. That's a fact. Peace.